A lot is happening in this episode. People in the markets are becoming anxious and afraid. Now is not the moment for fear. Now is the moment to act like a bull. We had a very lucky dip just now. Since green is on the horizon and these costs are going to skyrocket, you ought to have brought it up. We're going to discuss it. The upcoming XRP ETF will be the topic of our discussion. Oh, so soon. And there's still a ton of news to report. Without further ado, we will dive into the XRP chart to see what we are looking at as we attempt to exit this downward trend and break up to the upward trend. Remain relaxed. Calm down. Let's get started with a Bitcoin of $94,706 in the last day. It has dropped 2.63%. Ethereum is down roughly 3.5% as it exits 3319. Both USDT and USDC are trading at their own dollar pegs, which is XRP. USDT jumped them, but it's all right. That's only a short-term solution. At 2032 cents, in fact, it's up more than 3% in the last hour and has been in the green for the last 24 hours. 2033 pennies simply went up again. It is presently up more than 4%. $3,313 billion is the total market value of cryptocurrencies. Now, people, you really need to stand back and consider this from a more institutionalized standpoint if you don't see what's happening out here and don't comprehend the level of manipulation occurring in the Bitcoin markets at the moment. They are aware that the planet is currently very long. What do they do, then? What happens when they wipe and liquidate the lungs? The price swiftly increases once more. Why? Because it denies you the chance to obtain your loan at the rate you desire to negotiate with them. It's that easy. We have a strong outlook. There has been no change. As I mentioned, Bitcoin will never fall below 90K. For XRP, I set a range of 230 to 250. That's precisely what we're examining here. You enjoy it, yes, but rip the XRP dip to 227. We can't be flawless, you see. Okay, we're not able to accomplish it. We are unable to accomplish that. We work really hard to be flawless for you all. What do you know? I want to look at the chart for you, but sometimes you're just a tiny bit off. This is how the XRP chart appears. As you can see, yesterday was the beginning of a severe breakdown. The breakdown is there. During the failure, we informed you that the line was located around here. It was 230 right here. That's the line for now, all right. We are considering roughly 227. It only moved slightly, so we don't want to fall below 227. It's all right. However, I was asked this question on Twitter earlier, and it relates to what we need to do along these lines. Your average is this center line. The bottom represents the beginning of a breakthrough, but the top truly, let me tell you, we're going all bull. We're on a downward trend right now. How can we just break out of the downward trend? It's time to get past this little middle dude. We'll teach you about it. It's all well, but take a look at this. You can zoom out of this. Only 7 days have passed since this very moment. We initiated a new upward break. It's all right. Zoom out even farther. Let me zoom in a little bit right here. The major you see is this one. November, at the start of November, we are 50 cents each. We are at 50 cents to 230, or 2,032 cents. People are becoming concerned when we nearly completed 5x in 2 months, and then we receive stuff like, do you know which cryptocurrency startup is meeting with President Trump? What do you suppose they are discussing with the president? Do you believe they were only there for a good quarter stew and steak dinner? It was beef Wellington, I believe. Do you really believe that they would have discussed it in the crypto, or that they met with him merely to have dinner? Terrain and current events in the United States. Then, when discussing Ripple's partners, who include Tier 1 banks like Bank of America and PNC Bank, the SEC ruined their agreement with MoneyGram. Obtaining a PayPal account, a Western Union account, or perhaps an Uber from Amazon, the possibilities are endless. This group of experts from Ripple is developing on top of the XRP ledger, which is a decentralized platform that allows anybody to build upon it, similar to how the SEC, their own validator, was used. No one was asked for permission. All of Rowdy's words, not mine. Stuart Alder, however, the XRP ledger is used by Ripple's software suite to transfer funds internationally. The XRP ledger is used by the Ripple stablecoin. This is where we really go back in time. We examine what's happening in Palau with the US dollar being backed by XRP, and we assess who Ripple has partnered with and what task forces they are a part of, such as the Federal Reserve Task Force, the Bank of England, or the IMF. BIS and the European Central Bank consider this. People are arguing that the price is plummeting because 2 months ago we were at 50 cents or whatever, and now we are at 230. The cost is decreasing, but that isn't the reality. And then we have Monica Long. We're going to talk about an XRP ETF, so pay attention immediately. MoonPay cryptocurrency is accessible on Bit. There will be a lot more listings that are bullish. Mercado Bitcoin as well as other. For instance, what about a massive platform like Coinbase and others? What time does that occur? The availability and distribution of Ripple dollars on other exchanges are still being expanded. Therefore, I believe that further announcements and more availability are on the horizon. How soon? Soon. We'll watch out for it, then. Regarding adoption, what about it? How much do you think this will actually grow in the upcoming year? In other words, do you have a rough estimate of how large it might grow depending on adoption? You're discussing it with your clients. Do you believe this is being used by big institutions? Who is it being used by? Therefore, if we take a broad look at the cryptocurrency scene, it is clear that the markets have been expanding over the last few quarters. We believe that, all things considered, this year will be a significant year for cryptocurrency. Therefore, we anticipate that the demand for stablecoins will increase in tandem with that. As you said, it's actually the best way to go on and off the ramp, and it's also a valuable tool for traders. Therefore, we believe that during the upcoming year, the market will rise significantly. As you are aware, our company's clientele has demanded. Last year, we increased our business in terms of payments. Thus, we observe a very robust growth trajectory for our payment solution, and as a result, the US dollars Ripple our function will be premium. Why don't you listen to Monica as she talks about the additional PETF? Banks are meeting with the US president and bringing in institutional funds in waves. The dishonest SEC is being abolished, and a new cryptocurrency is taking its place. You seem bearish for some reason, and Gensler is departing. Why? This particular location is stunning. Lovely chart. This is a nice looking chart. It's fine if I can browse up and obtain a couple. Please take a look at this lovely green candle we have. Wait for Bitcoin, pay attention. The institutions that make up the market maker's body are currently manipulating it. They don't. Do you want to advance in your role? They want you to become sidetracked and hop to other available assets to divert your attention from the reward. I arrived here in 2017. I've witnessed the same dancing and music. There has been no change. There won't be any changes. The fact that we are in front of the institutions makes them unhappy. Even though institutions own the majority of the money in the markets, it's not the average person. They're still not content. They aspire to be the ones who make the decisions and to be the first. People recognize that a double-digit figure will appear in XRP later this year. We are optimistic about the entire first quarter. We anticipate a retracement around tax time, followed by one of the most robust H2S of 2025 that you have ever witnessed in any year before you entered the cryptocurrency market.